Something isn't right at Liverpool, and the warning signs are starting to stack up. Just when it looked like Arne Slot might finally be getting closer to a fully fit squad, another worrying development has emerged from inside the camp. It's the kind of update that doesn't just raise eyebrows, it raises serious questions about how much more this team can endure. Because this isn't an isolated issue anymore, it's becoming a pattern. With key players already struggling for fitness and consistency, the latest blow has only added to a growing sense of unease around Anfield. And as Liverpool push deeper into a crucial stage of the season, every setback carries even greater weight. The big question now: how bad is this injury crisis really getting? And who's next to be affected? Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool's season is entering a critical phase, but just as they look to steady the ship, another injury blow has arrived to deepen an already growing crisis. At a time when every squad member matters, especially in attack, the latest setback feels particularly cruel. Jaden Danns had only just made his long-awaited return after months out with a hamstring injury, a comeback that was supposed to mark a fresh start. Instead, it's turned into a nightmare repeat of everything that has plagued his season so far. Less than 30 minutes into his appearance for the under-21s against Manchester City, Danns pulled up once again. The signs were instantly worrying, and those fears have now been confirmed. Another hamstring issue, another spell on the sidelines, and more frustration for a player whose development has been repeatedly interrupted. After missing around 6 months already this campaign, this latest injury is expected to keep him out for a further 3 to 4 weeks, with Liverpool opting for a cautious approach rather than risking a more serious setback. It's a decision that speaks volumes. The club clearly see long-term potential in Danns, but at this stage, protecting his fitness is becoming just as important as developing his talent. And when you hear the reaction from within the camp, the concern becomes even more apparent. Under-21s coach Rob Page admitted post-match that the forward felt something and, crucially, made the right call to come off early rather than push through. It may seem like a small moment, but it could be vital in preventing an even longer absence. Still, the timing couldn't be worse. Liverpool's attacking depth has already been stretched to its limits in recent months, with injuries forcing players into heavier workloads and disrupting any sense of rhythm in the squad. Danns' absence removes yet another option, one who, despite his age, could have offered energy, unpredictability, and a different dimension in the closing stages of the season. There are, however, small positives elsewhere. Hugo Ekitike, who was forced off early in the defeat to Brighton, has recovered from his knock and rejoined the French squad, suggesting his issue was not as serious as initially feared. That will come as a major relief, especially given how heavily relied upon he has been in recent months as Liverpool's primary attacking outlet. And then there's Alexander Isak, arguably the biggest name in Liverpool's injury conversation right now. After months out with a fractured leg, his return is edging closer, and there is growing hope he could feature in the Champions League quarter-finals. But even that optimism comes with a clear warning. Head coach Arne Slot has been quick to lower expectations, making it clear that while Isak may be available, he is far from fully match sharp. After such a long absence, there are serious doubts over how much he can realistically contribute in high-intensity matches straight away. As Slot himself admitted, you don't go from 0 training sessions to playing 45 or 90 minutes at the top level. It simply doesn't work like that. So, while Isak's return may ease the burden slightly, it won't be an instant solution, not yet. And that's what makes this latest injury to Danns feel even more significant. It's not just about one player being unavailable, it's about the cumulative effect. One setback after another, one option removed after the next. A squad that, on paper, looks strong, but in reality is being stretched thinner by the week. With crucial fixtures looming, Liverpool are now walking a fine line. They must manage returning players carefully, avoid further injuries, and somehow maintain performance levels in the middle of it all. Because if the injury crisis continues to worsen, it won't just impact team selection, it could define how their entire season is remembered. And right now, that risk is growing by the day. In other news, uncertainty is beginning to surround the future of Mamardashvili at Liverpool, with the goalkeeper increasingly aware that his long-term ambitions may not fully align with his current role at Anfield. Despite arriving from Valencia last summer with a growing reputation as one of Europe's most promising shot stoppers, his debut campaign on Merseyside has been one of adaptation rather than establishment. Mamardashvili has featured 13 times across all competitions, a respectable return for a player adjusting to a new league and environment, but still a significant drop from the regular starting role he enjoyed in Spain. Last season alone, he made 34 appearances as Valencia's undisputed number one, commanding his area with authority and demonstrating the consistency that attracted Liverpool's recruitment team. At Anfield, however, he has found himself firmly behind Alisson Becker in the pecking order, a reality that, while understandable, has inevitably limited his opportunities. His most recent outing came in difficult circumstances, stepping in for the injured Alisson during Liverpool's 2-1 defeat to Brighton. It was a challenging afternoon with the Jurgen unable to prevent the result, and although it would be harsh to judge him solely on that performance, it did little to strengthen his case for an extended run in the side. Still, the broader picture suggests a player eager for more consistent involvement, particularly at a stage in his career where regular minutes are crucial for development. I'm sure he will be frustrated that he's not playing regularly, it was explained, highlighting the natural tension between ambition and patience. But I think he'll also be realistic, knowing that if Alisson's fit, he will be first choice goalkeeper at Liverpool. That acknowledgement underlines the core dilemma facing Mamardashvili, the presence of one of the world's elite goalkeepers blocking his immediate pathway, despite his own considerable talent. There is, however, a balancing perspective within the situation. He's played in the cup games this year. I'm sure he would have expected to play more than he has, but I think he'll be patient and remain waiting for his chance. The insight continued. For a young goalkeeper still refining his game, there is undeniable value in learning alongside a player of Alisson's caliber. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.